I'd be remiss if I didn't ask you, are you the only woman? Are you the first woman with the Blue Angels?
No, there are 22 girls on the team right now. There has been a lot of females on the team in the past. I guess not a lot, but there have been. I am the first female aviator, the first who has the normal job in the Navy to fly, but there hasn't been a first female pilot yet. We're probably not too far away from that.
Here come the solos again.
That's Blue Angel number 5. He's doing the minimum radius turn. He's pulling for all he's got, 7.5 Gs that we were talking about earlier for the G-forces. He's going to come all the way around in the minimum amount of space. And Blue Angel number 6, his compatriot there, is going to be meeting up with him right over center point.
And they even get very close together when they're just to fly out of the center point. They're very, very close.
They're always close together. It makes it a little bit easier. This next maneuver with the diamond is called the double farvel, and they're getting in position for it right now. And you'll see as they roll out, Blue Angel number 1 and number 4 in the slot pilot will roll upside down.
By the way, here's a picture from Boeing Field where the Blue Angels just took off from a few moments ago. Crowd down there to watch the takeoff. They'll watch the Blues return. And now here comes that maneuver you were just describing.
Yes, sir. So the 1 and 4 upside down, while 2 and 3 are maintaining position on the wings. It's a pretty fun maneuver to do.
About fun. Fun is to sit here and watch it happen because it looks like a lot of work to control those jets.
Solo pilots are coming from behind the spectator area, and we were talking about that minimum radius turn. They're now going to do an opposing minimum radius turn where they both go opposite directions here just in a second and try and race each other around the circle and see who comes back over center point first. You'll see they're pretty dead even. Pulling 7.5 Gs. One's coming from the right and one from the left. And they'll meet right back at center point.
I know it's a bit of an illusion. They're not as close as they look, but they look frighteningly close from here.
They do, and that's by design. Each one of these pilots has to practice 120 training flights in El Centro, California during our winter training period before we get cleared by the FAA to be able to perform for the public. So that we practice 3 times a day, 6 days a week during that winter training period. This is the diamond coming in for the Echelon Parade. They're in that 18 inches apart, flying in echelon formation. It's very pretty.
Where is the boss in this formation? At the front tip or the rear?
He's the lower one and the front tip there. Okay. And then they're in order, 2, 3, 4.
So everything starts with him?
Everything, yes. He's always up at the point in the front.
One of the spectacular things about the air show here at Seafair is when the solos and the diamond continue out over other parts of the city to get back to their next maneuver. Everybody can see them around here. It really does make it spectacular. People in downtown, people in the South End, they can all see the Blues as they're flying around.
Yes, sir. I think that's one of the neatest things about a remote show. In fact, all the boats are held north of the bridge.
Right.
And when every one time the solos go out over north of the bridge there and they descend down to get up for their next maneuver, they're pointing probably straight at those boats as they descend down to 500 feet and they go right past them. So it's a spectacular view just north of the bridge there if you're in a boat.
And how much do the pilots notice what's going on below them? Not individual boats, but just see the terrain, the scenery, the city.
Not a whole lot, especially the diamond pilots. They are concentrating, Boss will see more as he's leading everything and keeping them at the correct altitudes. The wingmen 2 and 3 are staring directly at Boss's aircraft almost the entire flight. And then number 4 is our safety officer, and he's looking around as well at terrain and stuff like that. They're definitely not sightseeing, though.
Well, I wouldn't have assumed that they were. Although it's a lovely place. If you want to come sightsee, come back and visit anytime.
It is.
And so coming up, we're going to see what now?
This is the left echelon roll. They're coming from northeast over there, and all 4 diamond pilots are going to go up, and they're going to roll 360 degrees around Boss's aircraft.
That, by the way, from the direction they came is one of the reasons they shut down the floating bridge. We're not afraid of the jets hitting the floating bridge. We're afraid of people hitting each other, stopping to watch the Blue Angels.
Absolutely. So there they go. They're rolling gracefully around Boss's aircraft. So he's rolling as well. Now, if you look to your left, we call this the sneak pass, but we're pretty far away, and on TV it might not be as scary. But number 5 is really low over the boats, coming right from the bridge right now. Looks like the TV's picked him up. There's 5, and then number 6 is right. He's going to go straight up and do a series of vertical rolls. He's going to roll his aircraft 5 or 6 times as he goes straight up.
That's one of those maneuvers. If you're not really paying attention to what's coming from behind you, it gets loud in a big hurry.
It does. This is such a wide setup, but when you're at an airfield, at an air show, that one usually gets the crowd pretty good.
Does it?
Now, Blue Angel number 5, the lead solo pilot, is joining the diamond. It's the only time he does this on his own. So you'll get all 5 of those jets are going to get in a line abreast formation and do what we call the line abreast loop. It's very difficult. Normally you fly formation on a 45-degree bearing line. Here they're going to go up and be at a 90-degree bearing line. So your head is looking, no kidding, right over your shoulder at the other aircraft. It's hard to maintain position.
Basically wingtip to wingtip? Is that sort of the configuration?
Yes, sir. They're coming from the right.
Ah.
A lot like the loop they did with their gear down, but now their gear's up, so they're at higher speeds and that more difficult formation position. They're looking good.
They are. When you go back to debrief, you're going to look at, maybe not our video, but certainly your video to see if those tolerances, if those differences stayed the same throughout the maneuver, on every maneuver, right?
Yes, sir, we do. We go through about an hour and 45-minute debrief after every flight. Sometimes it's a little longer, depending on the day. And first, we start off with each pilot and each member of the team debriefing specific things that they are self-critical of, that they feel that they know they performed incorrectly. We go through that. It's about 15 minutes. Each person has time to talk. And then we watch the video. And we watch it in slow motion over and over again, critiquing things we can do better and making sure that the performance is always safe.
Does anybody just come in and sit down and say, you know, I really nailed it this time. I did a great job.
No, not very often. There's always room for improvement in anything you do.
Yes, you're right. You're right. So now this is one of the solos again.
So now, Blue Angel number 5, who was with the diamond, has left the diamond, and it's going to go back and meet up with Blue Angel number 6 to do another opposing maneuver. It's called the 4-point. As they come over center point, they're going to roll 4 distinctive times up on their wing, on their back, on the other wing, and then back upright. And you'll see their goal is for them to cross while they're on their backs.
I flew in number, well, I don't remember if it was number 7 then, but whatever the 2-seater was, it's been a number of years ago now. This was my favorite maneuver.
The 4-point.
The 4-point.
Yeah.
There were a couple I wasn't too crazy about, trust me, but this one I really like.
This one's really fun.
And it doesn't, you don't pull too many G's on this.
Not at all. It's like a roller coaster kind of roll feel.
Yeah.
So they cross on their back, and then they continue to roll.
They really are mirror images of each other, aren't they?
They are.
Right down to the pull-out and the spin that the roll that they make to...
Even as they exit, everything they're doing is exactly the same. The diamond's coming from behind the crowd now for the vertical break. They're going to climb up over center point, and they're going to shift back into the diamond. Right now, they're stacked, one behind the next.